It's laughing through logic.
Laughing through logic, laughing through logic. Laughing through logic. Welcome to the Laughing Through Logic podcast, guys. We are back on the air with K-Turn and, of course,
Corey.
Yeah, you know how we are, 2025, guys. We had to miss out last week. We just had too many issues going on with the camera. Apparently, one of them was overheating, so me and Corey had to, unfortunately, shut down last episode, guys. So
Yeah, we don't want to put out bad quality, so we just figured better to do that than shut it down. Put out bad quality.
Yeah, and I mean, we looked over everything. We want to make sure that we're giving the best quality out to you guys. We looked at, over a couple of stats, a couple of different things. So, this episode might not be like the rest, but hey, you guys stay tuned and you'll see. But Corey.
What's up, man?
So, let me first start with this. How's your day, man?
My day? Not too bad. I've been packing. I'm getting ready to go to Hendersonville.
Hendersonville?
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
That sounds nice, man.
Yeah, getting put up in a hotel. I'm not going to order a giant pizza this time, hopefully. So,
Hey, man, like, if I see another pizza like that, I might have to come down there and get a slice.
I wish you would have last time because that was a massive pizza.
It could feed a whole village, man.
Oh, my God. It was insane. But now they got like a hot dog place that's popular in this town, so I'm going to try that.
Yeah, you say that. I can't believe you eat glizzies.
Oh, well, okay. No, I like hot dogs. I miss Maine hot dogs. Like, they have the red hot dogs in Maine. They don't have red hot dogs down here.
Aren't those pork?
I think so.
Nah, yeah. I can't eat them.
No. Connecticut has really good Muckies, I think it's called. Oh, come on.
I only know about Nathan's.
No, I think it's like Muckies hot dogs. They in Connecticut, my grandparents, every time they go through, they'd stop and get like a big box of them and bring them to us.
Muckies?
Something like that. I'd have to double check.
Nah, if you find out, I need to know like where it's at so I can ask everybody out there and be like, yo, have you heard of this place? Like,
Yeah.
is this the spot? That's crazy, man. I never figured you for like a hot dog guy.
To be fair, I think when my mom was pregnant with me, she worked at a hot dog place in Connecticut.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I got to ask her where it was because I guess it was very popular too.
Oh, that's crazy.
But
Like,
it must have been around the Bristol area because that's where I was born. But
yeah, I was about to say, guys, he's Connecticut way. You feel me? So
yeah,
for the people who didn't know, he's from Connecticut.
Yeah,
He's actually verified.
verified. Yep, that's for sure.
So, let's actually get into these card scenarios, guys. So, we and Corey, we got some of these cards on Amazon, got some scenarios on it. As you know, me and Corey, don't agree on anything, almost really anything.
Yeah.
So, we got some scenarios to actually go through these, and daily, we're about to start reading these shits out. So, let me see what's the first one. Ooh, actually, not that one. That's the instructions. What would you do if you saw your neighbor blatantly overusing water during a drought?
I don't think I'd say anything.
You wouldn't say nothing?
I'd probably be the person doing it.
You wouldn't call the police? Call Evan?
No, I mean maybe.
I don't think Evan would do anything.
No, he wouldn't. He'd probably tell me to shut up and hang up on me.
You're like, don't call me, man. You're trying to give me extra work that I need.
Right.
Yo, so I wonder if people really do this. I mean, to be honest, I don't think anybody's snitching. I think that's your own fault.
Oh, if you're in one of those areas that have like a HOA or whatever, somebody's snitching.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've seen some crazy videos on HOAs, and it's like I don't want to live in one of them.
Could you imagine like this happening during the like Cali wildfires? You see somebody pour some water, and everybody's going through it,
watering their flowers and stuff, and it's just like,
yo, that's crazy. That's a good question. Actually, let me read one more of these. I just want one more, and then I'll pass it off to you. Have you ever not returned something you borrowed and then felt badly about it?
most likely.
Like what?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Something that I borrowed.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely it would have been from my dad. Borrow
Yeah.
a tool or something, and then it just lives at my place for the rest of its time.
Do you think it's your dad is the only person you've done this to?
I think so, because I don't think I borrowed much from other people. Maybe
Oh.
Evan, but other than that, I don't think I borrowed much from anybody. It was just my dad borrowing tools or something, and he'd be like, "Where is it? I need this. It's been a month."
So Evan really gets the shitty stick of things.
Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
So that's what people get when they're 20 years friendship with you. They just get a shitty stick, or just Evan.
I think we both get the shitty stick of being friends with each other, if I'm being honest.
Why do you say so for yourself?
For myself, But like me being shitty to him.
No, why is it like the other way around?
I don't know. We just know how to push each other's buttons, man. Like we can say one thing to each other that'll just set us off because we've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
So sometimes we just want to push buttons, so we just do it. I'll say something to him that really gets him going, or he'll say something to me and he doesn't stop, and it gets me going. And you know that because he's done it to me before, and I called you.
Witnessing it is funny. Like on the front stands of it, watching it, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, when you've been friends with somebody for that long, though, it's like you just really know each other very well. And I mean, I even lived with him for like 2 months, and my dad was working out of town before, so. Which he says was the worst time of his life.
Do you think this was like something that you guys both kind of just like started off with, or like one of you guys pushed each other and then the other one had to reciprocate and then back and forth? Seems like this is just y'all love nature.
I think it is. I think it definitely got worse after high school. I think when we started to get older, it was like, I know I can push him and piss him off. Where in high school, like we just get mad at each other for stupid stuff because we were young. Yeah. So like when we got the older we get, I feel like the more we try to push each other's buttons once in a while. Like, but the thing is like we'll push each other's buttons, and the next day somebody needs something, right there for each other. So
that's what makes a good friendship.
That's yep.
When you really need them, they're there. But any other time, it's fuck you. Here you go, man. I'll slide this to you.
I will say, Evan and I used to have a handshake we used to do, and we just did it earlier because I don't know why we're just being stupid. Yeah. Evan was like, that was pretty dumb. I'm like, I can see why people used to think that we were like into each other or something because we used to do that in high school and stuff, and it was like, we're not cool at all.
What was it, like a long handshake? Or?
No, we just like tap each other's hands, go like that, and touch each other's shoulders and just point up. It was something that he learned at baseball camp. And we used to do stuff like that, and people used to think that like we were like for each other and stuff, and it was like, I'm like, I can see why they started to think that now.
I mean, like, if you guys were like grown adults, like if you guys were like, you know, a couple years back, and I was to see that, I'd be like, okay, that's a little weird. But in high school, I don't think anybody should really judge anybody.
Yeah, we just hung out a lot, so I don't know. It's funny though. Is it wrong to stand up and leave a boring lecture?
Nah. I think that's honestly just respect. If you're like talking to me to death, why should I need to like tell you? I mean, I feel like that's already said enough.
Right.
You know
I mean, it's better than me falling asleep during your lecture.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What do you prefer?
Or like, what do you want me to say? Like, shut the fuck up.
Right. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, if you were the one giving the lecture, how would you like feel if somebody just walked out?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it'd be like, okay, that's cool. Like, whatever. I wonder what's worse. Are you giving a lecture and somebody walks out, or are you doing stand-up and somebody walks out? Probably stand-up, but what do you think?
Bro, if you're doing stand-up and like somebody walks out, I mean, first of all, that's shitty jokes, but I think that's the automatic worst. Because you're just like looking, like you're just trying to like hype up your crowd, and then some guy just goes and he's like, and just walks out and be like, damn, like, at that point, I would drop the mic. Compared to a lecture, I mean, it could be something you're really feeling or not.
Right. Well, I feel like a lecture, if you're giving a lecture for the most part, I feel like it's going to be something you're passionate about. Yeah. It should be. So, like, if you're giving a lecture about something you're passionate about, somebody just walks out and you're like, all right, F you, dude. Like, you know, well, this is what? But, like, when you're trying to make people laugh and they're just like, nah, this ain't it, and just walk out, like, it's like, all right, maybe I should find a new career.
I feel like it's just because, like, that's something they're passionate about. Obviously, if you're doing stand-up comedy, and, like, for somebody to just walk out as you're, like, trying as hard as you can, you're like, obviously, I'm assuming, like, any comedian is going 3 times harder than anybody else who's doing, like, comedy or stuff to just make people laugh. And if somebody walks out, I feel like every time when somebody else walks out, it's like another part of your heart. Right. Like, it's just tearing up. That's shitty, man. I mean, yeah, like I said, a lecture is just like if somebody really cares. Yeah. Or that person who's actually giving the lecture really cares about it. But I mean, they could be lecturing about anything. I mean, if they're in work, they could be like told by their boss to lecture. But yeah, I definitely think that stand-up is the worst.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's probably like depends on like the vibe of the room. Like if you're doing stand-up, if everybody's laughing but that one person they walk out, I'm sure it's not as bad. Yeah. But if nobody's laughing and they stand up, it's like, oh, it's that bad.
What would you do if you go on a date and your date, like in the middle of it, just like walks out? Like you go to the bathroom, you're like, hey, Tasha, I'm about to go use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. And she's like, okay. and then like you're gone for 2 minutes and you come right back and she's just like gone.
Bro.
Or you just see the backside of her like walking out of the restaurant.
Just peeking around the window to see if he's noticed. Like,
yo, that would be horrible, man.
Yeah.
How would you deal with that?
I don't know. I'd probably be like, oh, not again. No, I'm kidding. It never happened, but, yeah, man. I mean, it'd make me feel like crap. I'd rather them just say I'm not really feeling it. Like,
Would you call?
No.
Her? You would have called her?
No, because it's like, if it was something serious, like you would you'd message me, tell the waitress or waiter that you tell this person that I had this going on. If you just bounce without saying anything, I'm like, nah, okay. There's no point.
I mean, something could have happened, man. I feel like you have to communicate because you never know what's going on in that person's mind, or it could be overshadowed by something else. So I feel like you have to like give them a call and at least give a shout out. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like,
I get what you're saying, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like,
clear.
yeah, it's pretty clear, and I feel like it almost sounds more desperate giving a call. Like,
Yeah.
I know you didn't leave me because you don't like me, right?
Nah, I wouldn't say it like that. I would just call and just be like, hey, is everything good? I mean, I wouldn't say like, why'd you leave me? Like, I would just say, is everything good? I mean, if she told me like, yeah, there was just a lot going on. But if she just doesn't straight up answer, then it's pretty clear.
Right.
She's not interested. So
For sure.
do you think that like, if something like that was to happen, do you think like they would do it after multiple times of dating you, or it would be like after the first time? Like the first date. You get what I'm saying?
It'd be the first date. I feel like that would happen.
Yeah, I feel like if you're waiting that long, like, walking out, I don't know
Yeah,
what
if it's like the third date and you're just now walking off, it's like, what? Like, I'd have to like reevaluate. Like, what did I say? Did I say anything like too specific that they might have set him off? Or like,
maybe it was like a trigger.
yeah,
I don't know.
like ick.
What do you think is the ideal first date?
For me, I'd probably go like steakhouse, like Logan's Roadhouse.
Mhm.
Place is pretty good.
Yeah,
Somewhere-
you said that.
Yeah, somewhere that's not bad, and I don't know. Like, I wouldn't mind going like somewhere like an outdoor park or somewhere you go walk around by the water or something like that. Or
Mhm.
like for me, preferably I'd like to go to a hockey game.
Yeah.
But like, because I just think that's so fun.
Is that your go-to? Like you pull up to a girl, you're like, hey, come with me to a hockey game.
And that's not my go-to, but
What do you think your go-to is?
dude, I don't go out much, man. Probably just like out to eat. That's my go-to. Yeah, but going golfing for a date. That'd be sick.
So you like these things on the date, but you're gonna still say, hey, let's go out to eat?
Well, because hockey would be a pretty good one if they like hockey.
Yeah.
Golf, I'd probably lose to them, and I can't do that on the first date.
Yeah, you said you suck at golf.
I'm not good, but I'm not bad.
I've never met a person who's like so happy about a sport that sucks at it. Because I asked him, I was like, hey, you want to go golfing? And he was like, yeah, but I'll probably lose. And I'm like, what? So you love golf?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, I love it a lot, and it's just so relaxing. Like, I like getting out there early in the morning, being like one of the first ones on the course, and you can spend the day with the boys and stuff. But I'm just
It's relaxing to lose.
sometimes. Sometimes I want to throw things. Sometimes I throw things.
Yeah, and you're like really passionate about golf. I know like every time you get it, you want to go out there and hit that field.
Well, it's mainly because like the more you play, the better you get. And I've been getting better, so it's like as long as I'm seeing improvement, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like the way I look at it is if I go out there and I have one good shot,
Yeah.
it keeps me coming back. And like and now I'm getting to a point where I'm having a couple of good shots every time I play.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. Like even if the scorecard doesn't show it, like but I still have fun.
But so you just said you had fun, but I'm assuming that's with your guys, your friends. So it's bad to like take your date out and lose to your date. It was like different.
Well, it's gonna be embarrassing first date. I go out there and I'm hitting a tree right next to us or something. Like,
why would you hit a tree?
I got a video of me hitting one right next to me. I can show you.
Dude, you're bad at golf.
No, I'm not that.
And
bad.
I don't even play. If
not
you're hitting
that
a
bad.
tree,
Yeah. Okay. There's trees everywhere on the golf course.
that's crazy, man. Like, but so Okay, so it's embarrassing to lose. I mean, I don't think it's that embarrassing, especially it's your first date.
It's not embarrassing to lose because, sometimes you should let them win, whatever.
Yeah.
I think, but it's embarrassing when I'm out there and I smack something I shouldn't or hit it into the water and I start swearing because I'm getting mad and I'm just like, God, start swearing and want to like break my club. Don't need her seeing that side of me yet.
She's walking out of the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn around after throwing my club and she's gonna be gone.
Now I can see why you want to stick to dinner.
Yeah, dinner, golf eventually.
Yeah,
but that doesn't need to be their first impression of me getting mad at myself.
I think it's just worse if you're like going out there and you're like, just don't say you're a professional, man. I would just say I played golf. I wouldn't say I was good. But I don't think it really matters too much.
It might not, but either way, I mean.
So, okay, so I like what you said. You was like, take them to a park. I feel like a lot of guys nowadays don't say certain stuff like that. It's always like, do you want to eat? Go to the movies. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you're going to the movies, you should be like a lot younger. You should be like teenager, just because there's only so much money you could generate. Mm-hmm. But as an adult, I don't think you should be taken to the movies. I like how you think, though. More girls should holler at you, man, because you got a different mindset from a lot of guys.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you feel me? Holler at Big Corey.
What about you, man? Give me some tips. Tell me where I should go.
Some tips, man. Yeah. Which makes you think I'm good?
I know you're good. Just tell me some tips.
So, like, what I would say is, all right, so an ideal first date, right? Mm-hmm. You take your girl to Ruth and Chris.
What the?
Hold on. Hear me out.
Okay.
You take her to Ruth and Chris. You say, hey, get whatever you want on the menu. She goes, you feel me? See? You like that?
I don't know where this is, so I'm trying to
think. Ruth Chris?
Yeah.
And Ruth Chris is like an expensive like restaurant.
No, you're not getting the most expensive thing.
No, I mean she might not, man. No, girls.
If the podcast takes off, get whatever you want. But for right now, let's go to McDonald's. Get the dollar menu. Sorry,
you didn't let me finish.
I know. Keep going. My bad.
Yo, the dollar menu is crazy. Yeah. So you go there and you say, "Hey, get whatever you want." You get yourself a nice tomahawk steak. She's probably gonna get like a risotto or something. You feel me? So
I just feel like you like that word, but keep going.
I do. It's such a flair it comes off. But she orders that. You order the tomahawk steak. You guys chat. After that, you'd be like, "Are you going to date me?" If she says no, then you'd be like, "Okay, give me 1 minute. Get in your car. Go home."
Okay. Before paying?
You don't pay.
What do you mean you don't pay?
You don't pay, man. That's the tips. You feel me? Because now you're giving her an ultimatum. You're saying you're either going to date me or you're going to take this $185 bill. Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple. Yeah. You trap them.
It's fair. Bro, that reminds me. I went on a couple dates with this one girl before. Mm-hmm. And things were going all right, but then she was like, she doesn't know how she feels, like blah, blah, blah. So like we were just kind of hanging out after that. Mm-hmm. And we went out to eat with a couple of my friends who were dating. And he came over, he's like, how many checks you want? They were like, oh, we got each other. And I'm like, yeah, we're 2 separate checks. And it was awkward as fuck.
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm like, you're telling me you don't know if you want to date me or not. You're not that interested. I'm like, then we're not.
Corey?
What? No.
I mean, I know you did take my advice, but still.
Yeah, because this happened years ago. I was like, nah, man, you don't want to date. You just want to be friends. You're going to pay like a friend.
No, Corey. See, now you know why girls is not going to date you because you did something like that.
No, I paid for everything up until that point.
Yeah.
So it's like I just don't want to be taken advantage of. We talked about that before. I hate being taken advantage of because I'm such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'll do a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if I feel like you're taking advantage of me, I'm going to stop.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I felt like. I felt like I was being taken advantage of, so I'm like, okay.
But in the same time, why didn't you just tell her before you went on the date? Did she know that she was going to pay?
No. I was like 20. Like
you was like, I'm just going to screw this bitch over.
No. I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
Do you feel like you made the right decision?
No. I've made a lot of bad decisions. I've made a lot.
I'm just talking about that one decision, like with dinner.
Yeah, probably not the right decision.
Did she ever talk to you after?
Yeah.
So, see, it wasn't even nothing.
Yeah, but it never went anywhere.
Y'all never went anywhere after that?
No.
Y'all still talk to this day?
No, she's married and has kids.
Oh, you smashed?
No, that's another story.
So it looks like you made the right call though. How many dates were you in? You said this is your third?
We went on like 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, she was like, told me that she was seeing some other guy and that she was going to go with him.
So she said she was seeing another guy and then she had the nerve to ask you out on the date?
It's been so long. I can't remember the order of things.
Oh, I was like, please, don't tell me that.
No, I remember like a week later she messaged me saying she made the wrong choice and that she knows that I'm the one for her and stuff. And I was like, nah, I'm good.
Damn, bro. See? You guys be sleeping on Big Corey. And the one quality that he has, the best quality.
I was going to say I got one.
No, yeah, I had to reiterate. The best quality. My man could throw down some fucking food. Tell him, Corey.
Oh, yeah.
My boy makes risotto and he makes steak.
I don't make risotto. I make about anything else.
Yo, the shorty's just going to come to Corey's house and be like, so Kate told me that you make risotto. And Corey's going to feel like disregard that. He's busted. Yo.
Yeah, no. I'll make like anything. I made a good pulled pork this week.
Mm-hmm.
I made dinner for Evan. I feel like sometimes I'm the housewife because he doesn't cook at all. And sometimes I'll be like, the other night I made him pulled pork sandwich with loaded baked potato.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, I am the housewife.
So you guys do have a secret relationship?
No.
The handshake?
The hand, yeah, we have a handshake and I'm making food. It doesn't mean anything.
All right, man. Let's, what is it called? You got some state cards?
Yeah, so I got a deck of cards on Amazon as well. And it's basically because I want to do this new segment where we go over some weird state laws. So we're going to do it randomly where we draw a random state from the deck. And then we're going to go over the state laws.
Why'd you say deck with like so much ick in it? Like you said
like ick?
Dick. That's not what I thought I heard.
No. No, you're trying to get me to say something else. No, we're gonna move past that.
Fair enough.
All right, so this week's state that we're gonna do,
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay.
And there's little facts on here, which is cool. Population 10.6 million.
10.6 million.
Yep.
Georgia?
Yep.
It's kind of small.
And in kilometers, apparently, the size of the state is 153,909. There's about 50 million tourists a year, I guess. 16 ghost towns, and the tallest peak is 1,458 meters. Birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
MLK.
So let's go ahead and look at some of these weird state laws.
All right.
All right. Did you know in Ackworth, Georgia, all citizens must own a rake?
Really?
Yep.
So what? If they don't own the rake, they're about to get fined, apparently.
I guess so.
That I don't think it's that serious.
Let's go drive through, find someone that doesn't own one, and call the cops. Let's see what happens.
Let's call the neighborhood watch.
Yeah,
and be
bro.
like, hey, man, we see a couple of guys out here, no fucking rakes. I see a whole bunch of leaves on their yard.
Yeah, and I'm just so sick of it. We need to handle this now.
I wonder in that specific state or in that specific city, if it's like what kind of people is out there? Like, is it uptight people? Like, what is it?
That's true.
Because think about it. I mean, who's really calling it? Like, who's really like putting on the binoculars and like scanning the city and be like, who does have a rake?
I know some of these. I want to know like what happened to get to the point where they had to make some of these laws.
It starts with the governor, right? Like the governor approves of these laws in the states.
I don't know if it goes to like a town hall meeting first for the town specifically.
Yeah.
Like, because I know like we used to vote on town specific things, and that's probably what it is. So.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So like, what do you guys talk about in these meetings? Like, that's insane. Like, hey, these guys in the leaves, like, it's fucking with my sinuses. We need rakes. And then somebody's like, rakes is in the law. Have them. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
It has to be like just below being rich because they'll just pay somebody to come rake their stuff, and just above being poor. I feel like that one little area there's like, yeah, we should have rakes. Like, we make enough money, we should own rakes.
Yo, we gotta pull up to one of these meetings, man.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah, start saying like crazy laws and shit.
Yeah, when we get to the North Carolina ones eventually, whenever it comes up, We might have to start looking more into those.
We might have to pull up and do a live stream of the meeting and then have everybody in North
Right.
Carolina see that shit.
Right. I wonder if like they show up to a town meeting and they have to have a rake with them to prove like you can only that's your entry. That's your ticket in.
Have a receipt and they're like, look, this is the barcode at Walmart. I bought the rake.
Right. I forgot it at home. This is it. Like,
What a thing to have on hand.
right. All right. Again, so it's against the law to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp.
Bro, I've never seen a random giraffe walking around.
Right. Like this is like what I was saying. Like what happens to get to that point?
A giraffe?
Yeah.
Read that law again, man.
It's against the law in Georgia to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp.
You know what we got to do, man? Next time when we do these questions, we got to find out when these laws were implemented.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen wild giraffe running around in Georgia.
Right.
Like, what? It can't tie it to a telephone pole?
Or a street lamp.
It must give extra service.
It might.
That means giraffes got the
If
power.
I ever win the lottery, I'm buying a giraffe and I'm gonna tie it to like a bike rack or something in Georgia. Be like, what are you gonna do?
Yo, that's crazy, man. Like, I wonder what the penalty is.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, who does that? Like, I'm just so blown away. A giraffe?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense why they put that into law, but
This one makes more sense. Donkeys may not be kept in bathtubs.
it does make a little bit more sense. You're right.
For Georgia, in certain areas, talking about donkeys makes more sense than giraffes.
Yeah, because I mean, they must have like a bad. Do they have a zoo? Do they own a zoo?
I mean, I'm sure there's zoos somewhere.
I mean, with all these animals running loose and all
I
these
guess
animal
so.
laws. Yo, the zoos must have like some strict ass rules. Like, do not let these animals out. Like,
Yeah.
we're not trying to get fined.
Yeah, we can't have it happen again.
That's weird, man.
Yeah.
Give another one.
Gainesville, Georgia. Chicken must be eaten with the hands.
What?
Chicken.
Chicken must be eaten with the hands?
Yep.
There's no way that's a law. Corey. It's an actual fact.
That's what it says. Yeah. I'm willing to go test that one. I'll eat some chicken.
Man, bro. Honestly, the U.S. needs to start going over their laws, man. Make sure it makes sense because that just doesn't make sense. So if I take a fork and I start eating it, it's a penalty, or like,
I guess so.
like imagine SWAT pull up to my house and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm eating chicken." They'll be like, "Where's the fucking fork?" Like,
Right? Like, they break down your door and tackle you.
so this law is obviously going for black people.
I don't know. I like chicken.
I mean, do you eat it with your hands?
Not always.
See? So it's obviously targeting a specific race.
It might be.
So I think that law was like released or signed into law 1600s.
1600s.
Yeah.
It's like too far back.
I mean, we weren't here.
We weren't. Yeah, you're right.
They were preparing for us.
Probably. It is illegal in Georgia to use profanity in the presence of a corpse.
Profanity in the presence of a corpse?
Yeah.
Yo, these have no meaning. Like, I don't understand like what this solves or what it's going to torment. Like, Corey, please help me out.
So just imagine, right? My dad died. Okay, I'm just there, like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And the cops are there, like, taking care of everything. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I can't believe you fucking died. They're like, what did you say? Tackles me.
Fuck on the ground.
Like, just imagine.
Bro, imagine your mom. Like, your mom watching this, she's like, bro, I would go into a recession. Like,
Yeah.
I would be fucking tormented. Because it doesn't make any sense why you can't say that. Like, I don't understand it. It has to be, I'm telling you, bro, it has to be old things because, I mean, people have been cussing, like, on a daily or making it, like, on normalcy since, like, the 1900s. Back then, it was all like, oh, yeah, you want to give me some water, please? Like, people would talk different, like, So I think that's what these laws were.
Yeah, that was probably like some higher up person was at a funeral for somebody they cared about, and somebody started cussing someone out, and they're like, no more of this.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
Must have been like a higher official, and they were like, "No, this is never happening again.
Right?
Let's have a meeting."
yeah, like this law is signed tomorrow. Like, yeah.
Fuck.
yeah. In Quitman, it is illegal for a chicken to cross the road.
And what?
In
What's
Quitman,
Quitman?
Georgia, it's a town, Quitman, Georgia. It is illegal for a chicken to cross the road.
Bruh. So now we know. Now we know the joke.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he got fucking arrested, man.
yeah, right?
That fucking homeowner got arrested. That's crazy. What's another one? How many more you got?
2 more.
All right.
Jonesboro, Georgia. It is illegal to say, oh boy.
Nah, bro. Yo, y'all gotta check this shit. Corey's making this shit up, bro. Yo, I'm gonna fact check this personally, and I'm gonna break up the facts and the website searches and the links. I'm gonna bring it back next episode because Corey's obviously trolling. I don't believe none of these laws.
Dude, I swear, like there's just, like I said, something that happened one time, and I feel like these laws are just so stupid they just never revisited them because it's like,
Bro, like how do you forget something like that? Like, just read the laws. I understand it's a lot, but just read the laws, man, because some of these shits need to go. I'm gonna have a fact checker, bro. I don't believe Corey. He's trolling.
we can fact check the last one too. I think it's Marietta, Georgia.
Okay.
Though it is illegal to spit from a car or bus, citizens may spit from a truck.
I wonder if that was like a loophole in the law.
Right.
And then somebody like just brought it to like their attention. They were like, well, trucks weren't made at this time, so.
yeah, right.
So that's what I think it is. I think it was a loophole in the law and somebody just brought it up. But I'm going to check it. All these questions, I want you to take them.
Yep.
Text me them. I'm going to fact check these.
All
You're
right.
bullshitting.
Ah, no, man.
All right, you guys are going to be able to call Corey a liar on the stream. So you'll see.
That's fine.
So let's go into the song rate. So Corey gave me "Cut You Off" by Joyner Lucas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the notes that I have on that is I feel like this is the vibe, like the way this song was orchestrated. It's kind of like the era nowadays. When was the song dropped? I think it was like 2024, right? Last year?
Or, yeah.
This is the one thing I like about Joyner. Joyner's able to kind of like talk about the stuff that everybody knows, but nobody actually like really takes the time to think about or speak on. My bad. Take the time to speak on, and "Cut You Off" is just kind of just like how everybody's feeling nowadays. It's just, friends aren't acting like how they're supposed to. Everything's kind of getting mixed. Like, nobody knows how to be a friend anymore. People are getting backstabbed and shit like that. So I have to give Joyner an 8.2 on that just because he's, like, speaking on some real shit. It's a lot of people don't speak upon that shit. Mm-hmm. Or if they do, they kind of just take it and they're, like, doing like, diss tracks and shit like that. But I think it was pretty good, so 8.2. That's how I feel about that, though.
Sweet. Yeah, it's a pretty good song. I really like it. I remember I was at the airport and I was walking down one of the little escalator type things, but the flat ones, and I'm just walking to the beat of it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I'm like, this feels pretty cool. Like, I feel badass right now. Nobody can hear my song, but I feel badass right now. Like,
when was it? When it was Joyner's part or Youngboy's part?
Joyner.
Joyner?
Yeah.
You said you wasn't even a big fan of Youngboy.
No, I like Joyner's music though.
Yeah.
Which I'm so excited for him to drop ADHD 2. He posted the other day and said that it's like 98% complete.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm really excited for it.
You think he's gonna drop this year?
Yeah. He said it's going to be coming sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to check it out because, like I said, that Devil's Work, like Joyner speaks on a lot of the real emotional shit between people, and I feel like a lot of that stuff gets overlooked or missed. But
yeah,
8.2 for Joyner though.
And I think it was Joyner that said that sometimes like he'll think of a music video idea, and then before he comes up with the lyrics.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, I got 5 a.m. in Toronto by Drake,
Yeah.
which I know I kind of shit on Drake before. I'll say I actually prefer it more when he does rap, like the song. For me though, the beat got kind of old quick.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It just kind of got old to me. And
Wow.
I wrote down Drake tries to act tough and hard but sounds soft. And I think it's because when you got that much money, are you really that tough? Like, I don't think so.
That's actually a good question. No, I like how you did that. Yeah, I feel like that does define who you. Well, let me address this first. You think the beat got old pretty fast? You're
Yeah.
just a Drake hater. You're just hate Drake, man.
No,
Like,
that has nothing to do with the song itself, like the rapping or the lyrics and stuff. I didn't mind all that. It was just the beat got old kind of quick for me.
oh, okay. So, what did you rate his lyrics alone then?
I would say I think the lyrics alone were like a 7.3.
Yeah,
I gave the song a 6.7.
but you wouldn't jam it.
No.
Damn, bro. Like, what was the message that you got from that song?
I honestly don't remember the message I got from that song.
Dang, man, you gotta listen back to it because like
I will.
it was such a song that kind of stuck out to me, and it's like everybody always kind of bash on Drake, and that's the thing about Drake. Drake is able to excel from all that negativity and stuff like that. And he's able to repel it, and he's also able to like double everybody's workload. You get what I'm saying? Because he's just putting out such great quality that everybody's gonna have to work twice as hard, get back into
Yeah.
the studio, work twice as hard. So that's just my opinion on it. But I mean, at least you didn't give it a too shitty of a score. So.
No, I didn't hate it.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take that 7.2 all day.
Yeah, I've been kind of getting into some like different music for me lately. I'm not
What?
gonna lie. I don't know. For a little bit, I was on like an Ariana Grande kick, and then I got into Doja Cat. Dude, I get into some weird stuff at work. I mean, I'm working out by myself 40 hours a week, if not more. I've been doing like 50, 60.
Dang, bro.
So I listen to enough podcasts and music where I'm getting kind of tired of the same things. So I started trying to listen to some different stuff. And I'm out there singing some Ariana Grande while I'm locating.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande, smash or pass?
Right now,
Right now,
I would.
she's on this table.
I mean, obviously, I'm just gonna smash. But like, I don't like how tiny and skinny she's gotten.
So,
I mean, I still would. But like, it's Ariana Grande. I'm not gonna say no.
thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Second question. The music, fire.
Some of it.
Do you have any of those songs on your playlist, Corey?
No.
Okay.
I just go on YouTube.
Bro, I was just about to walk off the podcast.
No.
I was like, no, Corey, please. Like, nah.
No, it's usually towards the end of the week when I'm starting to get bored of everything I've been listening to. I just go listen to something different. like I told you before, like I don't hate any music. As long as it kind of like just I can get along to it. Like Doja Cat, her song with The Weeknd was the one I first heard. I'm like, I really liked her sound on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I listened to some more of her stuff. And some of it's kind of cool because it's like remakes of some older songs, but it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of cool.
Have you ever heard like some type of like screech music or some like gothic music? They're like, ah! And then
Probably. I mean,
whoa, man.
listen, I used to be really into like heavy rock and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not like huge into like screamo.
Yeah.
But like I've seen some bands live that like the scream.
That's the name of the genre? Screamo?
Yeah.
Really? Man, you're educated on this shit. Look at
yeah. Well, I used to go to a lot of those concerts.
Wow, bro.
Not screamo, but like I used to go to, like
I was about to say.
heavy rock concerts, and there'd be
Yeah.
festivals, and some of the
Yeah.
bands were considered in that category. So, like a band called Five Finger Death Punch, they're not really screamo. They're more like the mainstream scream type stuff. Like it's not screamo, but I've watched them 2 times live. They're pretty good.
So, do you think you can go to a concert like that? Screamo? Just Screamo.
Just screamo, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
You think you would book like so if Evan was like, "Hey, I'm going to a Screamo concert. You want me to buy you a ticket?" You're gonna be like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, I'd probably tell. If someone's gonna buy my ticket, I'll go. Like, I've gone to concerts I didn't really One of my favorite concerts I ever went to, I didn't even want to go to. My sister needed somebody to drive her, so I was like, okay, if you get me a ticket, I'll go. It was 21 Pilots.
Never heard of them. What genre of music?
They have like their own genre. They're like in their own lane.
What does that even mean?
It's just like I don't know. Like it's not like it's like they're in their own specific lane. I feel like they're just unique.
So can you give me one of those songs for next week? Because I'm kind of curious as to what you're talking about because I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'll push my other song back I had for you, but
what was the other song? What was the song that you originally wanted to give?
Breaking Benjamin, Diary of Jane.
That sounds like a Diddy party.
No.
Breaking Benjamin?
Yeah.
Whoa, pause.
That song is really good.
Pause.
Yeah.
All right, so for our last one, Joey LaCroix, right? LaCroix. I'm sorry. My bad, Joey. Joey LaCroix. He gave us Rewind Nas. So I'll let you go first and I'll get into it.
I thought it was really unique how it was telling a story in reverse. Mm-hmm. Or rewinded.
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah.
That's good.
I thought it was really good though. I liked it. The only problem I had with it was too short.
Yeah.
It was like I was listening to it and I'm just like, it's over already. Like,
yeah.
What? But I give it an 8.1.
That's actually something I didn't write down in my notes. I didn't think about. It was too short. It was like I think it was like felt like 2 minutes.
It was like 2 minutes, and like the last like 20 seconds of it was just like music playing out. So it was like a minute and a half of actually telling a story.
So like I felt like that song was more for like the 80s kids. Mm-hmm. Obviously it's like outdated. So as far as like me judging it to this day and era, I gave it a 5.8 just because mostly it's outdated. It's not really anything on Nas. It's just outdated. Mm-hmm. The song came back, 2001? Yeah, and just like kind of you said, it felt like it was just going backwards.
Right.
I couldn't really catch a vibe for it. I would definitely never listen to the song again. But that's just how I felt about it. But at least I didn't give it like a 3 or a 1, to be honest. It was pretty good, but it was decent, but it wasn't anything to really like catch my attention.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just feel like it wasn't long enough to really catch your attention.
Nah. It was like, and the beat was like, it wasn't crazy.
But before we get off the music, Howard commented again, and he mentioned 3 Days Grace, the Mayhem or Mayday song. I listened to it already, like when it first came out. I liked it, but I prefer 3 Days Grace when Adam was the singer, because Matt and Adam have different sounds. So when you put them together, it just doesn't mix well for me. So that's my take on it. I didn't have us listen to it because I've listened to it like 3 months ago, but I missed 3 Days Grace when Adam came in. 3 Days Grace is the first band I've ever seen live. Mm-hmm. And it was right after Adam left. And it sucked because he has a very unique sound. And this other guy has a very unique sound in his own way. And it just did not. Because he was only doing their music without, not like, 3 Days Grace when they had music for Matt, not bad. But Matt trying to do Adam songs, not good.
How old is this song?
The song that he said, like 3-4 months old.
Oh, it's only 3-4 months old?
Yeah, because Adam just finally came back.
So how old is this group?
Oh, probably early 2000s.
Sounds like something Howard would listen to.
Yeah. 3 Days Grace is actually one of my favorite bands. Like they got a lot of good music, but most of the songs I like are with Adam, the old singer.
See, I need more of these songs, so at least I could be musically in tune.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you guys got to give me some of these other songs so I can just listen to and get your vibe off of.
For sure. But before we go, I had something happen this week, and I want to tell you about it and see what you think.
All right, go ahead, Corey.
I had a moment, might have come off as a little racist. So, as you know.
He's extremely racist.
No. As you know, I was watching my mom's dogs while she was in Maine.
Correct.
So I stayed home from work one day on a Friday because we had a couple lights out and the toilet wasn't working in our apartment. So we need maintenance to come in. Somebody has to be home with the dogs. So I get a knock on the door. Dogs freak out, go to the door. I open the door. Moxie's behind me, one of the dogs. Tito is in the door. And I looked at Tito, and the maintenance guy was a black guy. I look at Tito and I said, "Come here, boy."
No, Corey.
And I'm like, immediately I was like, "Oh no."
No.
I was like, "No." Like, I didn't mean it like that. I've never seen somebody replace lights and change a toilet, fix a toilet so fast. He was in and out in like 5 minutes.
You think he felt the impression that you were trying to be racist?
I don't know, man. I felt so bad.
Did
I'm
you
like,
say anything to him?
no. What do I say? Like, sorry, man. That wasn't towards you.
I would have been like, hey, man, like, I know how your peoples were called boy, but
No,
I'm not
yeah,
talking.
okay. Let me say your people, man. After I just, come here, boy.
Yo, stop saying it.
That's how I said it. I didn't mean it.
Yo, you're unintentionally racist.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah, that's unintentionally racist.
The dogs are boys.
Come here. Come on, doggy. That's what you gotta start saying.
I don't know if I've ever said that to him either. I'm like, it just.
Did you guys ever say anything to each other after you said that?
Yeah.
What did you guys say?
I thanked him for fixing everything.
Yo, it's not gonna get any better. Thank
Bro.
you, boy.
Bro, I called Evan after. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I feel so bad. They're never going to fix anything for us anymore. I'm like,
yeah, bro. All they got over there is boys. So
yeah.
I want an
And of
actual
course,
guy.
Evan's a cop, so he's like, I don't see anything wrong with that. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that.
Yo, that's crazy.
He's going to kill me for that.
Hey, yo, bro. Y'all heard it here on the Laugh at the
Oh,
Logic
man.
podcast. Corey, the Big Seuss, is officially racist.
Probably the biggest racist you know. Nah, man, I felt so bad after.
Yeah,
And I've been wanting to tell you, I just haven't. So I'm like, let me tell you on the podcast.
Yeah, bro. I mean, to be honest, if I was that guy, I would have been like, I'm going to report you.
I'd accept it. I understand.
So, guys, we're going to end it here, guys. It's week 9 of Laughing Through Logic. Mm-hmm. Check out our YouTube, our Spotify, our Instagram, our TikTok. We're here to stay, guys, 2025. Corey, you got anything?
No, I'm just excited to go to Hendersonville, North Carolina, and hopefully I'll have some stories. And that's all I got. Now, thank you guys for all the support. And sorry about missing a week, but we're back, and as you can see, in full action and ready to go.
Yeah, bro. We needed stuff. We needed more quality content. As you can see, we have some cards. We got the state cards. This is going to be our thing for a little bit. We're going to get it, still doing our music. We're going to still get into our own little personal topics. But with that being said, guys, we'll check you up on the next one. Later.
Peace.